Hello, my good friends. Okay, I got about half a battery left. Okay, my arms are hurting already. Okay, some of the Christian peeps. This is gonna get dicey. They're gonna get bent out of shape. Like who's ever like hardcore. The hardcore thing is like phony. And you're gonna hear why. And if you haven't heard about some of the stuff going on, it's been going on since on day one. So you've been living under a rock or in a cave. Okay, this has been this has been lighting a fire under the golfer's booty. Okay. The one I just saw, was it this morning? This morning or last night? I forget. But the thing going on in Ohio. Okay, they're having protests in front of this church. Okay. You know for sure it could be a Catholic church. Okay, there's different faiths. And those are the ones who are letting the priests marry. Okay, the Catholic Church, last time I checked, they're not doing that. Okay, here's where people who say they're good Christians, I'm sorry, you're a phony. Because I had good Christians send my job to China. You're like, oh, is he going to mention the China thing again? Yes, I am. I remember that like yesterday. And so did the other 220 people that had their jobs sent to China. Coming from the same people who said good Christians. Oh, you're going to hear lots more of that in this video right here. Plenty of it. And not in a good way. Okay, the protest thing going in front of the church in Ohio, and I'm sure my my very good friend Miss Ohio has seen this going on. This is happening in her state. She's probably not impressed. Well, the drag queens are doing the reading thing, you know, with kids. So the protesters they're saying they're pedophiles, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, this is coming from, and you know it is. They're gonna say they're good Christians. You might want to clean up your own backyard before you get into this. I'm sorry. Anybody who says they're good Christians, if I'm not swinging, you're gonna hear you need to clean up your backyard first. None of this, you let these guys slide. I'm talking about the priests. I'm not going into detail, I'm sorry. That's white trash. You don't want the golfer running the place because I'm getting rid of that like permanently. They will not ever be around. But no, these guys, they pay them off with a bunch of, really? You don't want the golfer running, nope. I'm going to clean it up, like, real good. You're going to think twice about ever pulling a stunt like that. And these protesters, those are the good Christians, really. On the other, the good side, that would be the side of for the drag queens. Might want to tell those protesters on the other side, clean up your own backyard first. Don't be and so they I mentioned this before. The parents bring their kids in. It's up to them. You don't tell them what to do. You're not going to tell the golfer what to do. Nope. And let's get into some more good Christians. I best not be hearing that ever again. That got old real quick. I thought I'd get rid of the good Christian thing over at Lowe's. Oh, you remember Lowe's over in Port Huron. Oh, I'm going to get into a few places. This is going to get dicey. Okay, Lowe's. 2 weeks before Christmas, they're going to get rid of that guy that has an 8-month-old. And they said, "Oh, we're going to keep you as head." I'm like, "What?" 2 hours. I was done. I want no part of that. I left. Nope. Not doing it. I didn't want to be at a place where I know they've just done that to this guy. I said, nope. I left. I just made it harder for them to get rid of it. They said it was between two guys and they were going to keep. Nope. Not doing it. Those guys will tell you they're good Christians. They will. Point blank. And you're like, what kind of a good... I'm telling you, this is a phony outfit. I'll get into the Gladu, the Nazi wannabe. I'll get into that one. People know exactly where that's going. Okay, just today, within like the last I don't know, hour or two, I'm watching movies and I don't know where something triggered this anyway. Oh, my arm's killing me. Okay, my coffee's like way over there. I was just wrapping my head around some of these places I worked at. Okay, my very first sewing job, which is CNI, 32nd and Dove Road, Port Huron. Lots of good people work there. Okay, I realized they had the okay, if you had X amount of people, you can apply for state funding where they take the guys, well, and girls too, coming from the halfway house. They just came from prison, so you get them for half the wage. Okay, some of those are in there. Okay, I really didn't want to hear what they were doing. I realized they were in there. But okay, that place had 3 shifts at roughly, how many stores? Lots on 2 sides of the plant. 40, 50. So average. Okay, there had to have been like, more than 150. No, maybe, maybe 150 with maintenance and everybody. Okay, I counted, and if somebody is black and they're working in your place, you're probably going to notice them. You would think. Well, there's probably about, Shirley. Well, I liked her. The ex-girlfriend Linda says to me, I said I like Shirley. I thought she was awesome. If I wasn't with Linda, I would have been with Shirley. Yeah, I told Linda. I said, she goes, "Oh, go ahead." I said, "I'm not with her. I'm with you." And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 for sure that I can remember. Okay. Oh, my arm. Okay, that's the sewing shop. Okay, here's where the golfer's brain was getting a little confused. Okay, I worked at a lot of places over there in Port Huron, in Marysville and Marine City. Myers. I worked at Myers, the deli meat area. Okay, I saw a lot of people in there. Black people, I saw 0. None. There's a lot of people working there. Nobody black. if there was anybody black in there, I didn't see him. Wasn't like CNI where there's 4 or 5 pretty visible. Well, they were good people too. It's getting good, bad everywhere. I mean, doesn't matter who it is, and it's white people that I have a problem with. 80% are bad. I'm sorry, I'm using the 80-20 rule. 80 bad, 20 good. You're like, okay, that's a high percentage of bad people. Yep, it sure is. And I worked with them. This town has more than 80%, like 90. They forced a homeless shelter to close. They support that. You're like, what the? Well, okay, so Lowe's. Okay, you remember that one, the one I just mentioned. When I unloaded it, well, they tried to until I quit. They just made it harder for them to get rid of the guy. They're not likely they were gonna, because it was down to 2 people. There was nobody black working there. 0. Target, which is right next door to Lowe's. I did the night shift. Nobody black. Okay, that's the night shift. Okay, during the day, I was there enough times, so I didn't see anybody. 3 major outfits. 0 black people working there. 0. Not one, or possibly, no, none. You're like, well, are you thinking the same thing as the golfer? I think you are. I only thought of it just like an hour ago. And last I was there, that was like, I was there for 9/11, 2001. You know, I don't know if it's like because we're like this close to the border. There's no shortage of drama, and like this town right here has like plenty, because we get the Nancy wannabe, Marilyn Gladu, and that's another one that needs to, because she's like anti doing trans, gay, bi, gay, lesbian, bi, and she's just shorted me, the golfer, going down there and saying you might want to clean up your own backyard, because the Catholic Church supports these guys. The conservative, they do. That means they're giving them money. For the hardcore Catholics, might want to clean up your own backyard, because the next one that says good Christian, oh oh, that's a mistake. No, big mistake. Phonies. I'm sorry. Like you get to pretend the priests are really. they and those same guys, those priests. You think they're going to the good place? You're not going anywhere near the good place. Nowhere. The golfer will be. That guy in there? Nope. You have a better chance. The golfer going to a Rush concert than these guys. Rush! Oh my god! Oh, that band sucks! It's the worst band ever. Garbage. They suck. And okay, anyway, my arm is killing me. And and the battery's almost dead. Oh, just in time. Okay, anyway, Hopefully you don't have to rub shoulders with the good. What a joke! There's phonies everywhere. Hope you're not one of them. Okay, and you rock.